say, it sounds like I say everything is important, but it is if you're trying to go fast. So these are ski holders. Again, pick them up at Fresh Air. And the big deal about these is they come over the tip like this. Then you take the other ski and put them in here like this. And they hold the ski apart. Okay, and very firmly. And the reason you want to keep your skis apart in the base area is if they're rubbing back and forth, you're putting horizontal lines across the structure. Not good. Going to slow the ski down. Okay, structure tools. You can take, let's just say you have a cold grind in your ski, it's a warm day, and there's a lot of water in the snow, and you need to change the structure in your ski. This is a tool made by Toco called Structure Right, and it has a bunch of rulers in here that fit into this device. They have straight line, they have coarse, they have fine, and then they have a ruler for the bias. In other words, you can take water straight down your ski, or you can take water off your ski, or you can put them on in combination. A lot of times we put them on in combination. And essentially the way this device works, there's even arrows on it that tell you what to do. And I take and I put this on the ski and come right down the ski like this. And what the beauty of this is it puts a structure in your ski, but it's pressed in, it's not cut in. There's so much going on with structure in skis now, it's very important. Thermometer, I think that's self-explanatory. It's going to put you in the ballpark if you're making any kind of adjustments. You've got your wax on, your underneath wax on, you get out to the course, you've picked out the right wax. Now it starts to warm up a little bit, you're going to change, or you're going to put on an additive like a high fluoro or a pure fluoro. This will put you in the ball game in regards to the temperature. Okay, corks. And I have regular corks just like everybody else, but I also use these little tiny corks that I can put in my pocket with one tube of wax, and they're not bulky and everything else. Those are those kinds of corks. Then I have, you can call these corks, this looks like a cork, but it's not. It's a buffing pad, and this is a buffing pad, and these are used pretty much with pure fluoros. And then I do have some more corks. These are my Sarah corks in plastic bags to protect them. And I have two different ones. One for, I use a lot of Toco. And so one is for Jetstream and the other is for Helix. And then we get down here to sandpapers. They're for any number of different things that happen to your skis, fixing the edges, anything from 60 to 200 grit you'll need to take care of the job. This here is a P-Tex candle. If the base gets chewed up, I can use this to fill in any daubers or goobers. I can do edges, I can do the base and middle of the ski. Always have some kind of knife on your table. You never know when you're going to need to peel off a little P-Tex or do a little work with, cut something. Felt tip pens, so you can mark your kick zones, because as soon as you start skiing on these, that stuff will come off. Or if you use any kind of cleaner around these markings, this marks my kick zone, they'll come off. Matches, I use those to light my P-Tex candle. Heat gun, okay, you can use it in any numbers of ways on your ski, but be careful. Be careful. These things generate a lot of heat, and of course the biggest problem with anything you do to your skis, heat. Heat kills skis. Heat seals bases. Heat peels bases, okay? So you have to be really careful whenever you do anything with heat around your skis, okay? Irons, here you go. You wanna, when you go into the store and you see the price of an iron, so you're gonna wanna go home, take your little old travel iron and use that. Just realize the thermostat in this thing essentially sucks. This is a good way to hurt a ski. You're gonna have a 10 or 15 degree temperature difference between when the iron goes off and comes back on and gets up to its highest heat. Good chance for you to burn your skis. If your wax is smoking, iron is too hot. So that's a no-no right there. This is the way you want to go. You go down to Fresh Air. They've got different types of these irons. These are made for waxing. The difference in the thermostat in this thing is very few degrees, so you're going to get a more even job. There's a number of other things. They have a little clamp here. I'll show you how to use this to put some fiberline in there and heat the base of your ski when you're using pure fluoros so that you don't burn the base, because those usually go on pretty thin. So go spend some money on an iron. This looks like paper towels, but it's fiberline, put out by Swix. Toco has its kind of paper also. This is a non-linting and it's a non-absorbing paper. So it's usually, I use it in a number of ways, but not like a paper towel. I'll put it on one of my nylon brushes as a final finishing phase and polish out my base that way with the fiberline. The other way, like I said, I'll show you how I use it on my iron here. This iron has a clamp. Stick the paper in under here, like that. But then I can take and bring this along when I'm doing, say, like pure fluoro, rub on, bring it along like this, heat the fluoro in. This puts a surface between my iron and the wax or the base. So I'm not going to burn the base, not likely to burn the wax or the base. Of course, you're going to be using pretty high temperatures when you're dealing with pure fluoros. So I just bring that along like that, and you'll be surprised. There'll be nothing really here. You'll think, oh, I'm going to put the wax into this piece of paper. Not going to happen. Oh, so I'm a big user of fiberline. I really like it, and I think it does a good job for me. And that pretty much wraps up the tools that I think I need. One of the things is you're going to go to tons of clinics, and everybody is their own personal waxer, is going to have their own tools. This is what it takes for me to get by. I just did 7 years of coaching at Bowdoin College, and I wouldn't say that I had any other tools than this, and definitely felt that we were adequately waxed. And I'm excited about this year because I'm only taking care of myself. One thing I'd like to say to you is that if you've got 3 or 4 pairs of skis that you're going to take care of, man, you're going to be working. It takes a lot of time to keep a pair of skis really in good shape. And then the other thing is, if you have skis that you haven't had structured in the last 2 years, you need to go down and see Dennis at Fresh Air Experience and find out where you need to get your skis structured ground, because I can tell you, most likely your bases are either oxidized, and that's for them sitting out long periods of time with no wax on them, or you've burned them when you've ironed them.